did actually come right near our house, so we had it in our minds. I'll tell you what, we're going to load up into the family truck store and we'll head out to a spot right where we thought they'd be flying over, following the flight path that they put out on social media. Well, we were not the only ones with that idea. It was, of course, unbelievable. I mean, I don't know why I didn't think it was going to be that big of a deal, because it was a huge deal. So we got in our car, and I know we were supposed to, so save it. We went on M59 towards like Jimmy John's Field, you know, where the USBPL or whatever the hell it's called place. And we were going to get off at Dequindre, which is, there's a big park there where my son has played baseball over the years, Flynn Park, right near Troy Beaumont Hospital. And we figured, oh, there's a big parking lot there, we'll just park there, it'll be great. Oh my God. It was like we were going to a concert at the Palace back in the glory days. The exit to Dequindre off of M59 was bumper to bumper. And I'm looking at the clock and I'm starting to stress a little bit. I'm like, if we stay here, we're going to miss it. So we did what other cars did. I pulled off on the side of the road on M59. We jumped out of the car. 1 minute later, they went right by. I said, all right, kids, that's it. Back in the car.
Back in the car.
Bad, really? We had to do this for this?
Oh, no, they thought it was really cool.
Well, good.
They were...
I'm glad you mentioned.
They were right near us, so I mean, we really had a good view.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because on social media, most of the pictures that I saw, because I'm looking, and Cindy goes, you probably couldn't see it. You had to be in either Detroit or Dearborn. And all the pictures I was looking at were people who were at Troy Beaumont. That's where.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, yeah. That seemed to be the place.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what went into the flight path. Maybe they did it just for that reason. It didn't even dawn on me until I was retelling the story that we were right near Troy Beaumont. But maybe that's why they flew right there. It was because for the workers there. No, the kids thought it was great. They thought it was really cool. It's just one and done. You know what I mean? Like it's usually if you go to one of those air shows, like in Chicago or whatever, if you go to see the Blue Angels, they do a few paths. You know, you see a lot of different things. Here it was like you saw them, they were gone, and that was it. And then as we tried to get back to our house, we had to like go to a different exit to get off and get back on, going the other way on 59. And I mean, there were people not camped out, but that had blankets down on the grass to watch it. I mean, I didn't realize how big this was going to be for people, so I'm really glad that people took advantage of it.
Yeah, because a lot of people obviously nothing to do, even though the day was nice. People who really stay inside all the time was a way to get out. So I get that. Now, there's something else either today or tomorrow? I don't know. It's not the Blue Angels. It's something else. Detroit. It's
the Michigan National Guard.
Yes.
And I don't know what kind of planes those are. If those are more like the slower planes, or if those are faster. But I don't know what that is. But I did see our friend Alicia Smith from Channel 7 tweet that out this morning. So I don't know what the deal is with that. What kind of planes those are.
But what's interesting, you said it's like boom, one and done. That's what I kind of knew that's what it was going to be. It was like a fly over a football game. Basically,
exactly.
Boom, and it's gone. Because they go so fast. So,
yeah.
I'm glad you got to see that. Yeah. I've seen those flyovers before, sporting events. So that's good. You kids got to see that. That's good. Look,
yeah, there you go. A fun little outing.
Yeah, exactly. Did you stop somewhere to like pick up lunch or something?
Oh yeah, we hit Panera on the way home.
Oh good. Yeah.
Got some carry out, so it was a win-win all the way around.
Nice.
Everybody enjoyed it, and I think the planes were far enough away from my house that it did not affect my dog in any way, shape, or form. So, did you hear it in Clarkston, Heather, or not?
Well, I was napping because I didn't really care about seeing it, but Colin and his family went out near where you were to go watch it. I could not hear it, but I was asleep, so
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Cool. I didn't hear it in West Bloomfield. I don't think. I could have been out too late as well, because when I went outside, somebody goes, you missed it already. There was nothing to see anyways. Okay. But there was some cool stuff to see on television last night.
Last night. The Derek Jeter game, right?
There was? I thought ESPN showed a World Series game 6 of 01.
It wasn't game 6. I think it was game 5 or 4. It was the game where Derek Jeter hit the walk-off homer on November 1st, and they jokingly called him Mr. November.
Oh, right, okay.
It was one of those games where the pitcher for the...
It was Kim.
Yep. Young Kim,
Yeah.
who gave up home runs on consecutive nights in the ninth inning. So I think this was the Brocious one, not the Tino Martinez one. But I could be totally wrong. But yes.
Right. I know Tino Martinez hit a home run the ninth because I put it on very briefly before I went to bed. But there was
So that was a Tino Martinez game?
it wasn't a walk-off, but I know he hit a home run.
Yeah, so he tied it in the ninth, and then
Right.
Jeter won it later. And then the next night, I think it was Brocious who hit one in the ninth off Kim, and then Knobloch won it in the extra. Whatever. Anyways, go ahead.
There was also something that my wife was watching, and I watched because I was DVRing the other thing that I'll get to in a second. Hopefully, you either watched it, Jamie, Heather, or you DVR'd it or can watch it again. It was a tribute to Gary Marshall. And if you don't know who Gary Marshall is, he created, obviously, Happy Days and, Laverne and Shirley and a lot of movies like Pretty Woman he produced. And they had interviews, and I didn't realize Jamie is a proud alum of Northwestern University.
He has given a ton of money to the university over the years.
Yes, I mean, he passed away years ago. But this tribute was unbelievable. Great old clips, great interviews. It was sad. It was how, to me, was somebody that huge in that business can be as beloved and as nice as this guy was.
Yeah.
It was incredible. He wasn't, he didn't live in the huge mansions in Beverly Hills, which he obviously could have. He was very low key. It was beautiful. And before that, and then after that, because I wanted to watch that with my wife, it was one of the greatest events I've ever seen live. And it was on FS1. Ladies and gentlemen, not an anniversary of any sort or anything like that, but they showed WrestleMania 3, the Silverdome. It was great. It was just unbelievable. And the things I remember, things you remember, things you don't remember. I posted my ticket stub on Twitter as well and Instagram, I think. And they get really some interesting